our freedom fighters, real heroes of India. As you all know, knowledge has beginning but no end. So here we start our competition. I would like to call Yogita teacher for instructing you about this competition.
Good morning all. Before starting our competition, I would like to introduce with the participants of the competition of Group 1. First is from Blue House, Naman Patel, Dhishwari and Navya. From Green House, Anaya Rajoria, Garvit and Kiran. From Orange House, Hammad, Janvi and Mudassira. From Yellow House, Advika, Mitansh and Zahara Khan. And now I hand over the mic to Swati teacher for our competition. All the best students.
Yes, all the best for the competition. Get ready for the round 1. Our first question is, which freedom fighter is known as Netaji? Only Blue House will answer this question. Answer this.
Subhash Chandra Bose.
Correct answer. For Green House, we have question. Full name of Mahatma Gandhi.
Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi.
Correct. Correct answer. Which movie is based on the life of Rani Lakshmi Bai? Which movie is based on Rani Lakshmi Bai's life? You can discuss.
Jhansi Wali Rani.
No. You have time. From 3 of you. Any guess? The correct answer was Manikarnika. Queen of Jhansi. When did India get freedom?
15 August.
Correct answer. Second question for Blue House is, who killed Mahatma Gandhi? Who killed Mahatma Gandhi? Yes, you can answer.
Nathuram Vinayak Godse.
Wow, very good. Very nice. Correct answer. Nathuram Godse is the correct answer. Where did Mahatma Gandhi born?
Porbandar.
Very good. Correct answer. Who wrote our national anthem?
Ravindranath Tagore.
Very good. Who is known as Nightingale of India?
Sarojini Naidu.
Very good. We'll move towards the second round. Now we will be showing you some pictures. You have to identify the personality. Okay, have a look. Blue House. You can come and see if it is not visible. Yes, give my turn.
Jawaharlal Nehru.
Very good. Now, for Green House, another image we have. Yes,
Subhash Chandra Bose.
correct. Now, for Orange House, we have this image.
Jhansi Ki Rani. Rani
Very
Lakshmi Bai.
good. Excellent. Now for Yellow House.
Bhagat Singh.
Excellent, excellent children. Now get ready for the third round. This round is based on the slogans given by our freedom fighters. Our first slogan is, do or die. This slogan is given by whom?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Absolutely right. Very good. Who gave the slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan? Try to give answer.
Bal Gangadhar Tilak.
Other teams cannot. Okay. No, that is not the correct answer. The correct answer is Lal Bahadur Shastri. Now, next slogan is, you give me blood, I'll give you freedom. तुम मुझे
Subhash Chandra Bose.
Okay, तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. The slogan of
Subhash Chandra Bose.
absolutely right, Subhash Chandra Bose. Now, स्वराज मेरा जन्मसिद्ध अधिकार है, मैं इसे लेकर ही रहूंगा.
Bal Gangadhar Tilak.
Correct, correct answer. Very good, excellent. Now, you all will clap for them. Wonderful, excellent. You all were so confident. Yes. Blue and yellow we have tied between houses. So we have one more question. Who will raise his hand first? We will give chance to them. Blue house and yellow house. Okay. Your team and your team will answer. And raise your hand if you know the answer. Who is known as Punjab Kesari? Okay, teacher. They got the point because she raised the hand first. Congratulations to all the participants because really you have given answer very nicely. So smart you all are. Okay, so once again you all clap for them. Thank you, children. Now you can go back to your classes. Have a nice day.
Competition is Master Prajwal Sharma from class 6, Blue House. It is really a tremendous opening of the competition, and I would like to call Master Prajwal Sharma to come on the stage and start and give his speech.
Freedom fighters were the people who fought selflessly for our freedom and win it for us. A very warm and pleasant good morning to respected dear sister, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I, Prajwal Sharma of Blue House, is going to tell you the story of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So let's get started. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, also known as Mahatma Gandhi, was an Indian lawyer and political activist who employed non-violent resistance for our Indian independence. He was born on 2nd October 1869 and died on 30 January 1948. His father's name was Karamchand Gandhi and his mother's name was Patilbai Gandhi. He moved to South Africa in 1893 to show an Indian merchant in a lawsuit. In 1915, when he was 45 years old, he returned to India. In 1921, he started to wear a short dhoti woven with hand mark of identification with India's rural poor. Gandhi led Indians challenging British with imposed salt tax with a Dandi march of 400 kilometers. Some of the famous slogans given by him are Bharat Choro, Karo Ya Maro, Praag Se Lana Karo, Papi Supreme Karo, etc. At last but not the least, I would like to say that Gandhi helped our country to win its freedom through a philosophy of non-violence. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Now the next participant for this competition is Ms. Harshit Chabra from class 6, representing the Orange House. I would like to request her to come on the stage.
A very cheerful morning to one and all present here. I am Harshit Kaur Chabra from class 6C, and today I am going to narrate a story in front of you. My topic is freedom fighter Rani Lakshmi Bai. Rani Lakshmi Bai was a queen of princely state of Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh, India. She was the resistance for British Raj. She was knowing that the responsibilities were going to hit her soon because her childhood studies involved shooting and fencing. Her struggle started when her husband died. She gave birth to a baby boy named Damodar Rao in 1851 who died after 4 months. The Maharaja then adopted a child named Anand Rao, the son of Maharaja's cousin. He named him Damodar Rao. So soon the adaptation was in the presence of British political officer. So letter was given them to instructing them to treat the child with respect. But when the Maharaja died, the British East Indian Company denied Damodar Rao's request. The Rani was exercising every morning. The exercises were like weightlifting and wrestling. She was doing these exercises before morning. One day she heard a news, so she asked British political officer to permit her to raise a body of armed men. The British come in Jhansi in 1858 and started to give an instruction whether surrender the city. The Rani didn't lose. According to the tradition, Rani Lakshmi Bai carried Damodar Rao on her back and jumped on her horse. They both survived, but the horse died. One day, Rani escaped in night with her son. She then joined additional force to defeat British, but they were again defeated. One day, while fighting Rani Lakshmi Bai, died. At last, I would like to say that Rani Lakshmi Bai was the most dangerous Indian leader. She gave the freedom to our country. Thank you.
In the queue, the next participant for the competition is Ms. Ashi Jain from Yale House.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ashi Jain from class 6th and my topic is freedom fighters. Firstly, I would like to salute the indomitable sacrifices of our really freedom fighters who would selflessly sacrifice their lives for the sake of the country and for the sake of us. So here, I would really be proud that I am a citizen of a country where women can also raise voice against the wrong being done to them. Such a woman, known as Lakshmi Bai, the Queen of Jhansi, fought and then conquered over the Britishers. Rani Lakshmi Bai was born on 19 November 1828 in a town of Varanasi and into a Marathi Gandhari Brahmin family. She was named as Manikanika Tambe and was nicknamed Mani. Her father was Morupan Tambe and her mother's name was Bhagirathi Bai or Bhagirathi Sapre. Her father was Peshwa Baji Rao. Her parents came from Maharashtra. Her mother died when she was only 4 years old. Her studies included shooting, horsemanship, fencing, and Malakamba with her childhood friends Nana Sahib and Tatya Tope. Rani Lakshmi Bai was married to a middle-aged Maharaja of Jhansi, Damodar Rao Navalkar in May 1842, and she was named as Lakshmi Bai by his husband Damodar Rao in the honor to the Hindu goddess Lakshmi. In September 1851, she gave birth to a baby boy, and he was later named as Damodar Rao Navalkar, who died after 4 months after birth. But Rani Lakshmi Bai didn't give up. The Maharaja then adopted a child called Anand Rao. On the day before the Maharaja died, the son of Gangadhar Rao's cousin was renamed as Damodar Rao. So now I would like to tell you one slogan given by Rani Lakshmi Bai, she would like to say that I will not give my Jhansi even if I have to lose my life. It is my country and it's my right to save her. Thank you and have a nice day.
So, as we know that stories are really very interesting. They are bringing life to our own imaginations. So just now we have heard so many stories from these little young ones. Next in the row is our poem recitation competition. So poems are nothing but the feeling what we have in our mind. It can be related to the freedom, it can be related to the imaginations, and it can be anything what we are thinking. Expressing anything in a form of poem is not easy. It's not a job of a day or two. But still, over here, our students are trying to portray their feelings related to the freedom fighters in the form of poems. So our first participant for the poem recitation competition from class 7 is Miss Anshika Bukati from Blue House.
A very good morning to respected sister, all the judges, teachers and my dear friends. I am Anshika Bukati from class 7C. Today I am in front of you to tell the feelings of our freedom fighters through the poem, The Gift of India. It was written in 1915 by the Indian poet and activist Sarojini Naidu. It shares the feelings of freedom fighters who fought for the independence of India. Is there aught unique that my hands to be withhold? Rich gifts of raiment or grain or gold. Lo, I have flung to the east and west, priceless treasures torn from my breast, and yielded the sons of my stricken womb to the drumbeats of duty and the sabers of doom. When the terror and tumult is yielded the sons of my stricken womb, and life is refashioned on anvils of peace, and your love shall offer memorial thanks to the comrades who fought in your dauntless ranks, and you honor the deeds of the deathless ones remember the blood of my martyred sons. After listening to my poem, I hope you understood how much our freedom fighters struggled for the independence of India. Thank you.
Upcoming, the next participant for the competition is Ms. Sanchita Singh, class 7, representing the Orange House.
Freedom is in our mind, faith is in our words, and pride is in our soul. Good morning, everyone present here. Distinguished dignitaries, esteemed judges, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. As we all know, that freedom fighters are the real heroes of our country. So today, me, Sanchita Singh, is going to recite a poem in the honor of all freedom fighters. Some things can't just be expressed in words. My eyes are little wet, seeing the free flying birds. These are tears of happiness, seeing the birds tangled in the sky. Thanks to all the fearless leaders who faced it all, making tough times pass by. There are really many things that can't be lived without, but freedom is born and cherished the most. Without any doubt, love can speak volumes even when words become less. Love for freedom has left us blessed. Blessed with this freedom, these moments we share. Thanks to all the fearless leaders who have fought for our nation. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Upcoming next, the participant who is just going to have a seat over here from Yellow House is Kripa Ram.
A wonderful morning to respected sisters, teachers, and my dear friends. Here, Kripa Randhavi from 7th A is going to recite a poem. Today, we are proud citizens of free India because of various freedom fighters. Freedom fighters were those people who selflessly laid down their lives for the freedom of our country. So, in the remembrance of those great leaders, I would like to say a few lines on them. Have you ever remembered those for the freedom of India who rose? Those who lost their lives to fill this country with lives. They led several protests, launched several campaigns, just because they knew, being a slave, how much it pains.
I can do things that you cannot. You can do things that I cannot. And together we can do great things. A very warm and fresh morning to respected sisters, teachers, and my all dear Indian friends. This is Riya Patidar from class 8A. This is my inter-house competition and I am representing Orange House. My topic is freedom fighters and I have chosen Mother Teresa. 26th August 1910, a cute little girl born on that day, named Agnes Gonza Vajavsky. We call her Mother Teresa. She was born with a message of humanity. You know, when Mother Teresa was only 19 years old, she considered herself as a nun. When she was a young girl, she came to India, indeed, to help her people. Mother Teresa says that there is no difference between people, no difference between humans. There is a difference between our behavior. Yes, you, me, we all are human. Just the difference is that you do not like poor people, I like poor people. This is the difference between our behavior. Mother Teresa was a very good lady. You know, when she was a little girl, she has decided that she will always help poor people. She has got many Nobel Prizes such as Nobel Peace Prize, Bharat Ratna Award, etc. Mother Teresa was very lovingly, caring, obeying, pure towards poor people. When Mother Teresa was small, she decided to come to India. She spent her entire life in India just by helping poor people. You know, Mother Teresa made a group of women in which any woman can participate. In that group, the women, those who participate, they have only one aim, that was to help poor people, to serve them food, to give them clothes to wear, to give them shelter, etc. And in last, I want to give a big salute to Mother Teresa for the work she has done. For the work she has done, like bringing humanity
society. She has done many things for good of people and our society. I'm proud of Mother Teresa, and she is also my inspiration. Not only mine, yours, who are watching me, who are listening to me. They all have Mother Teresa as their inspiration. Thank you, Mother Teresa. We love you.
Thank you, everyone.
And now we have Riddhima Raj from 8A Yellow House.
Good morning to one and all present over here. This is Ridhima Raj from class 8A presenting the Yellow House today. My topic is freedom fighters. Today, as we freely move around in our country without anyone questioning or imposing any kinds of restrictions on us, we feel satisfied and contented. But this satisfaction is due to the efforts taken by our freedom fighters to free our country from the British rule. Some of us may wonder what was the role of freedom fighters in attaining freedom. Let me tell you all, without them we can't even imagine what freedom feels like. This feeling of contentment is a result of their blood and sweat. Freedom fighters were the people who selflessly laid down their lives for the freedom of our country. Some freedom fighters chose the path of non-violence and truth, while some others chose the path of violence to end up the foreign rule. They are considered as a symbol of patriotism and bravery. Freedom fighters triggered and motivated people to fight for the liberation of our country. They made people aware of their rights and privileges. They are the important pillars of the freedom movement. It's because of them we are free from any injustice. Today, I won't mention the name of any freedom fighters because freedom is not just the result of the efforts made by a single person, but it is the success to the efforts of the millions of people, many of whom are unknown to us. Therefore, I will dedicate my speech to all those known and unknown heroes of India. It's because of them we are living in this free country. But unfortunately, the efforts of these people are forgotten. We all should come together and don't let the communal hatred divide us. At the end of my speech, I just want to say that our unity will be the best tribute to them because in the end, this was the main purpose for their sacrifice. Thank you, Jen.
So now I'm going to call Rakshita Upadhyay from 8B Greenhouse.
Freedom is never dear at any price. It is the breath of life. With this beautiful quote by Mahatma Gandhi, I would like to welcome you all to the session. A very warm good morning to respected sister, teachers, and all my dear friends. Today, I am here to deliver a speech on freedom fighters. Freedom fighters were the people who selflessly sacrificed their lives for the freedom of our nation. They had courage and love for their motherland to fight back against the Britishers. We can't even imagine what freedom is if they would not have done their part selflessly. They were the people who did not care about their families but thought about their countries and fought for the most significant reason. They were the symbol of patriotism and bravery. They were the strong pillars of the freedom movement throughout the country. They were the people who even went on war with the British government. Thank you.
So now, in the same context, I would like to call our first participant of debate competition, that is Parth Dubey, 9A Blue House.
Good morning, respected sisters, teachers, and all my dear friends. Today, I, participate from class 9A, is going to present my thoughts on my topic extremism and a great extremist, Mr. Bal Tilak. Firstly, we will learn who were extremists. Extremists were the people who believed that British had no interest in fulfilling the demands of Indians and not giving their needs and wants to them. And now I am going to speak about Mr. Bal Tilak, who was also a member of Cabinet Mission. Bal Tilak was a great extremist who helped India to get its freedom and be free from British rule. Thank you.
Rashi Jain from 9th Orange House.
Good morning, everyone. I am Roshan of class 9B representing Orange House, and today I will talk about why extremists were better than moderns. Before starting, I just want to ask you all a question. Whom do you prefer more? The person who just talk about mistakes and problems, or the person who takes the actions? The person who takes the action, definitely. These persons were the extremists, the biggest contributors in the freedom of India. They neither understood the problems nor raised the voice against it. because just talking about consequences doesn't give you any outcome. Talking about moderates, they just give letters to British government to talk about their mistakes and saying that what they were doing wrong. And we can see neither special happened because of extremists in Indian National Congress grew and India got independent. They raised the voice against cruel British rules and how they exploited Indians and their resources. They understood a normal meetings and conferences can not do anything. They were just the talks. They understood that we have to do something and show them what we Indians are and what we can do. They started it by the Swaraj movement and the boycott movement. In this fight, there were numerous famous personalities like Lal Gangadhar Tilak, Lal Bahadur Shastri, who also supported extremist form of Congress over moderates. They understood that polite way of Indians will not further work out. They have to take an action, and not just an ordinary one, but a revolutionary action. With this note, I will end my part. I just want to say, moderates established the stepping stones, but the extremists made the whole path, whether they were wrong or right. They do it just for the sake of one thing, freedom. Thank you.
So now I would like to call upon the stage our next participant, Surmai Garg from 9th A Yellow House.
A very pleasant morning to everyone present here. I am Surmai, a student of class 9th A, representing the Yellow House. And today, I am going to keep my stand on extremists over the moderates. Moderates and extremists both played a very crucial role in this independent struggle for our country. Though the moderates laid the foundation of a much awaited battle against the British, I prefer the action of extremists more. Extremists were leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Lala Lajpat Rai, who did not approve of the moderate ideas of politics and passive resistance. They felt that the British had no interest in the betterment of our country and thus had a more radical approach towards gaining complete independence. Though the motive of both the groups was more or the same, their action and outcome was completely different. India had been under colonial rule for about more than 200 years. This was not because the Indians liked or supported the British. The reason for this was possibly because we were submissive and considered ourselves as inferior. It had gathered a lot of agitation and anger amongst the people of not being free to express our views. To voice out our opinions, we needed strong opinions as well as a fearless attitude. This could not be done through constitutional methods like meetings and resolutions. For this, we needed a coercive reign through which Britishers clearly get that their despotic power cannot rule over our country anymore and we will not suffer. And this was exactly what the extremists did. Their movements like those of boycott and Swaraj paved up the new way for the Indian national struggle. Another point which makes me support extremists over the moderates is that the extremists gathered support and active participation not only from the upper or middle classes, but also the exploited lower class could voice out their opinions in a way where they can be heard. At last, I would conclude by saying that whether we choose the moderates or we choose the extremists, what we all chose was an independent and free India. Jai Hind.
I would like to call Aryan Dwivedi from 9th A Greenhouse.
Top of the morning to everyone present here. I am Aryan Dwivedi from class 9th A Greenhouse, presenting about extremists before moderates. Extremists were the people who took action instead of moralizing the British rule. People were so into bribery those days that people were no interested in nationalism and thought of improving the educational system over their own freedom. So I'm going to talk about Subhash Chandra Bose, an awkward person to be talked about here. But he was a person who took action took a trip from India to Germany for raising an Indian national army, attacked the Britishers from Burma, and took Andaman and Nicobar in his country. Thank you.
With this, we come to the end of the competition. So, as you all know, the world is full of gems and diamonds. We also have some gems and diamonds in our Reflect family. So, with these beautiful words, I would like to invite Sister Willow to speak few words for all the participants. And judges too, after you.
Most of you spoke about something practical, especially the debate here. Maybe it will be nice for all of you since you are going to be our future citizens of India. And you also have great part in putting in practice all this, even in this young age. You are so vibrant, very nice. I don't many more Indians coming up here, but only very few. Maybe they are limited in number. So okay, anyway, a big hearty congrats to each one of you. Very good, keep it up.
Very nice that you said, you expressed it, but few things that you should know are for your betterment, not a flaw. That first of all, develop your confidence back again. After such a long break, some way or the other, we are losing our confidence and the stage fear is there. I know every one of you, maximum every one of you, that you stand there and you speak fluently with full confidence. So get back that confidence again. Come back as you were before the pandemic. The second point is, when you're saying something, be very expressive in your words, in your actions. Use your hands, facial expressions, and get your best to be done. So all the best for the next time. Hope you will do the best when you come next. So all the best.
I give a really heartfelt vote of thanks to our most honorable sister and judges who gave their precious time to grace the occasion. Thank you so much. Thank you all the participants, and please work on the advice the judges have given to you. Okay, next time I want everyone to present yourself very effectively and efficiently. Thank you so much.